What's popping, y'all? You know how it is. I'm just trying to get it together. I just got a new position. It's like one of those commission jobs. If you don't do nothing, you don't get no money. If you don't think about nothing, but my creativity is very, very unique. As far as unique, it's mean on parallel to that which is needed. So I have not missed anything. So everything is good. Earlier today we did the part two introduction of the good, the bad, and the bold, and that is the energy flow, the nafs, or what they call chi or prana. That's prana. But the same thing. What I'm saying is that we don't clear the way of all this here. Today is Thursday, and we call it the bill day, where we pull out our bills and we see what's up, what we need to do. We get our envelopes, our bills, and we place them where we can see them. If we have a family, we talk about our bills. We talk about the things that we need to take care of. That's Thursdays. This is an inspirational thing here. I'm just going to hold that right there because that could be read. A lot of things can be read over and over and over, but don't read too much stuff where it's not increasing your position of authority over the things that you encounter on a daily. For you supposed to be the master of your surroundings. And that's why when they were saying in slavery and you had a master, that was supposed to be the mastering of you being subjected under them. Now times is changing and rearranging, and the things is just moving at a pace where you still have to truly invest your time. And this is what I'm doing right now. I'm coming up from the bottom, going to the top. I'm changing things I say, things I do. There are different, what they call habits that is said to be mine. Habits that are said to be mine. Oh, I just like the way that this, came out like that. Because I break habits. I was wondering why a lot of things has happened and I didn't react to it. Like I was numb. And then you get the word, and the word tells you you didn't respond to it because you took an oath that you're gonna have discipline on this mission. See, I had to take an oath that I will have discipline on this mission, and that the things that I would respond to before I became a changed person with a different walk. And then the first couple of days of the walk, others will test you because they don't know how you move now. They don't know how you move now, and they don't want to. Some people want to provoke you, and some people want to make sure you're okay, that you can handle yourself in the terrain that you're in, the terrain, the territory, the hood, location, the town, city, whatever. So changing up when you get more information and expansion and growing, it will affect your surroundings. So now, when you got here, what they did, they interrupted the communications between you and your duplication. So they were stunned, in shock, even amazement. Amazed today, you don't want nobody to amaze you. Phase, maze, amazement, excitement, lights, colors, bling, 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 bling. So anyway, the whole thing what I was saying now, okay, so I had to change my persona, the way I move and groove, things like that. So I was wondering, I was talking to my partner, and I'm on hold right now. What's this? I've been on hold for 20 minutes, but this is the business. So I'm gonna click that off. Right, there you go. There you go. Time. Hey. Yeah, but anyway, so I was wondering, why was I not reacting to that? Because I was taking out of the situation, not physically, mentally. I rose up. What they told it, 33. Did the 33, not the 23, not the drawdown, but the 33 to the 36. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. So anyway, so even though I was there physically, my thoughts, my surroundings, the things, everything else was on automatic as far as what I needed to do, how I needed to walk, But as far as thumping and hurting someone, it was better for me to get away from that type of people who engage in yelling and screaming. That wasn't what I needed to do. Now that I was in, and this now, it's like that first walk in Christ. That's the now. The now never ends. It's always fresh and new. When you with Christ, you're fresh and new. And the way that it was taught to some before that next that I'm explaining now, that people didn't really get a chance to understand at the age of, or the year 1970, new energy came through. That's why new things started to what they call develop, develop, devil ops, operation of the devil. What is the devil? And then they got people all eluded. That is just to say boo, boo, devil. Devil is L-I-V-E-D. L-I-V-E-D is D-E-V-I-L. So if you lived in the womb, man, and you came out, you are D-E-V-I-L. If you go against them, that's when they say, oh, you devil. If you're working in harmony with them, being their first or the fierce, their protector for the unity of the yin and the yang, you already know. I know you know. So this is what I'm saying. So the whole thing about what I'm saying is like, why I didn't respond to these people? And all I'm looking at the observation from a whole nother point of view. The body was already programmed to defend itself the best way it could, guide that, to get this, the minimum things that people do. But the most thing that's what said, to do the research and the study, to find thyself approved, you see, and you do the knowledge and you go past the 100 to what they call the extra sensory and perceiving or perception, perceiving different frequencies of communication between that which you are That's the best way to put it. But yeah, I am who I say I am. Ain't no doubt about it. Big shout out to who I be at all times. And the team. And the team, you know who you is. So when you hear this, when you see this, and the team, you know the team, that's what it be. That's it. You're the team. If you say you're on the team, guess what? You on the team. If you take this and say, you know, watch this. I'm on the team. Are you on the team? You on the team. But you have to take that team, right, and build on it because you're the nucleus. How about that? You see, there will be no all of that. Because there's nothing gonna be there. Because it's not designed like that. This is designed for you to get up, purify yourself, which is called muklasina. So we're talking about muklasina. That write that word down, muklasina. Mook, 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 M-U-K, mook, la, L-A-N, L-A, la, S-I-N-A. That'll be just good. Right. And it's the purification, is the passage, that narrow way, not the broad way, you see, or the broadcast from the news people, you know. So now we on some new shit. But anyway, listen to this. I did say new shit, right? Let me just say this real quick. Real hip. You can say shirt, but you can't say shit. You can say shit. You can't say shit, but you say ship. See, all this is bold shit. Is certain things that make you want to just stop what you're doing and ruin the unity that we have, because someone done program you to stop. They say you eat something, it ain't right for you. What is it called? If it drastically stop you, it's called poison. The word poison is pause and sun. Sun is the light. Pause is to stop or to slow down. And paw is also the feet of the dog. See, everything gets, that is all connected. So what's the point? The point is what I was thinking about, why I didn't flip on people that did dumb shit, because they would eliminate them damn self by the dumb shit they doing. And the 30 years to the 40 years to the 50 years that I restrained, and the muklasina process, the purification process of just having new people or new genes, as to say, genetically, duplications. Remember, every 14 years, 7 and 7 is what it is, a generation. So you count from the 70s to now. That's 50. How many times 14 going to 15? 50. 4 times, 4 generations. That's how we have to think. Mathematically, this is how we can deal with time as far as thoughts or a timeline. What's on your thoughts? What's on your thoughts? Because for me to keep telling you what I do, it's going to take too long for you to learn this shit. That's why people just say forget about it. But it's already in you. So you have to activate what is dormant in you. And what it is the programming makes one afraid. It makes one afraid. But you can always comment on here. I'll see it. But we're going to keep on moving. We're talking about the Church of United Skaters affiliation, which is called Tekosha. Tekosha. And that's what I represent now. And Tekosha is a part of the bridge to take people over to what we call the Elohim Society. Once you reach the Elohim Society, right, and prove yourself of who you be and qualified and certified, then you become that next step. And that next step, that's what it do. You know, it's a filtering process that is needed for your own safety, well-being, and for the continuation, because there's certain ingredients one must have. One must not only say and profess with the lips, but it has to be embedded in the heart. And many times the heart must be healed because of the things that has been done to you and the things that you have done to yourself. And this was by the programming. So we want to get the true programming that's in your DNA to wash away all your pain and bring you back to who the you be. Okay, don't play. It's called Weatherford. Weatherford is sound healing. And big shout out to Sarus, DJ Sarus, Illinois. I know pronunciation. Sarus, Sirrious. You see him on my page. He's dead. Big Savage. Yeah. Okay. The Elohim Society that I was speaking about, right? You have a northern region, and in that norm, that thing is basically you have what we call family biz. And the family biz is teaching the economics from a plan that we have for unity, for respect, for loyalty, and success on the planet Earth. So it's a global plan. And I know that we have seen many who want to get in a position of authority for your permission and run to preside over while you yes, or you took the position of ease when you said yes, and you started to relax, and then you get slumped. And then while you slumped, you started doing other things, and then you lost your position of thinking because you wasn't in the right position for your brain to respond to what was going on before you took a, lax or relax or relapse. So we have what you call family biz, which is a process of teaching your family how to be involved in generational truth. knowing that your wealth is your health, and your health will bring about that generational wealth. And the wealth is your defense in a capitalistic society. Because if you're not dealing in the wealth, then you can slide back and be bullied by those who have that opportunity. But we're gonna get off this right now because it then slid down to, I'm gonna start afresh. We're gonna start off with this one next time. This one we was coming off of right here. Yeah, if I know y'all got that, y'all can zoom up, chop down, or whatever. This we can take. But this one we're gonna talk about next, right now. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this one right there. Forget about those numbers. Those numbers are not good. This is purpose and reason. Matter of fact, that was the gift that I was given. I was given the gift of purpose and reason. And this is the reason why I had to sit back and actually, by the teachings of my dad, right? That sometimes you don't know your dad is teaching you because it's been like that since I knew, and he just taught. He just talked. When he talked, I listened. And when I listened, I applied. So but the reason and purpose, it had to be reiterated. It had to be said over and over and over till I got it. And sometimes I did a little situation, but nothing to the point of really trying to hurt nobody. But I probably did, and I know I did. And anyone that I did do that, I have changed, to the degree where I can control myself a little bit better. It's like you change. And when we say Christ, I'm going to make this really clear right now. I'll say it one time, because after that, it's none of your business. The reason why we are who we are is unstoppable, is exact, correct at all times. It never waved, or we never lost our rightful position as far as actions, as far as teachings, illusions, as far as getting lost. We only can be lost when we cross that line. Because when we in the right environment, it's so much around that we're doing. This is what we do. We do work. If it's on the other side, spreading the word, feeding the poor, or if it's on the side that's purified, refined, and establishing businesses, meeting your global families, interacting with the new technology, and not at a time when you're just angry, at a time when you're using your thoughts, which is oscillating waves of the brain, and you're going in the past, you're in the now, and you can project to the future as the now is being led. But if you go this way in the past and keep talking about that, you're stagnating. And every thought that you say is making what really happened more diluted. So if you focus on the new and keep it moving, it's called expansion. And it can deviate from a zip to a gradual, but it's still there, it's still in motion. Stale water stank. Stale attitudes stank. It could be dealt with because now you're switching off this. And it's there, it's audible, it's respectable, but it doesn't influence. It's just, but over here, you start to motivate. Start to, whatever, that's what it do. That's what you do. So the whole thing what I was coming up with is went from one thing, different regions of the Elohim, and now we're talking about this, which is a savant. And it shows how from the etheric form, the energy we talked about before, Bennett in 1970, which is new energy pack, they came to Earth that was destined to come to Earth, that left Earth and came back to Earth in those what we call one day or the seven, perfected seven, right? Which was calculated as thousands for one day. With the Lord is 1,000 years, 1,000 years a day. So with this time and now, the development of the earth and what's going on now, it's a done deal. This we trying to say. It's a done deal. This what we've been saying. We done did it, done it, and then as you hear it now, winning. But actually, is we did it in reverse. That just tell the whole story right there. And now that people is saying this and this and that, whatever, it don't matter. People always, like I said, you keep going in the past about what's going on now. These let's say they call it wisdom. The wise dome, like this head is a dome, right? You see? So, I mean, everything is what it is. But the wise domes and the reflection of what they call wizards cast spells on people, altering the vibrations and the sounds to give you a different image in your mind from them articulating. And if you play it 7 times, play it, you be like, that's what he's talking about. No, that's what he's talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So I guess we're just gonna have to wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, big shout out to BK all day. Big shout out to the Non-Factor. Big shout out to J Queen 7. Big shout out, big shout out to all up top, Midwest, down south, Miami, Cuba, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Guam, Panama, Costa Rica, all the way up to Evergreen. What's that? Yeah, that's Alaska, Canada, Montreal, England, British, everything, everybody. We know what we do, Elohim power and love. This is what we do. This is how we do. everything you say, you know, is true.